It's a very dangerous time in the Middle East, as I think everybody here knows. And I think there are some strategic reasons for that haven't gotten the attention they deserve, certainly not since the Hamas attack of October the 7th. And I think the place to start, the most important single strategic perspective here is that what has happened since October the 7th is not an Israeli war with Hamas about the Gaza Strip. This is a piece of the unfolding Ring of Fire strategy by Iran. It's part of an Iranian war against Israel, manifested on a variety of different fronts, with obviously the opening gun fired by Hamas, but with the Houthis in Yemen contributing by closing the Red Sea passage, with Hezbollah in Lebanon and Syria rocketing northern Israel and threatening Israel from several different vectors, the Shia militia groups that Iran has put together in Syria and Iraq, threatening and attacking American military and civilian personnel in those countries. And most importantly, perhaps, considering the conventional military threat that Iran itself has unleashed from its territory against the territory of Israel just a few weeks ago. Now, all of this is part of the Ring of Fire strategy developed by the former Quds Force leader, Qasem Soleimani. And I think it's very important as we look through a long perspective here at a conflict that's only, I'm afraid, in its opening days of actual military action, that everything else that's occurred since then in the region has been consistent with coordinated action. Did the Houthis themselves just wake up one morning and say, I think we'll close the Bab el-Mandeb Strait? No, this is Iran telling this element of the terrorist proxy network what to do. And the Houthis wouldn't have the wherewithal to threaten anything in the Red Sea were it not being armed and equipped by the Iranians. Likewise, Hezbollah, we don't know exactly what Iran sees their role as being, but as even Secretary of State Blinken said, they've made part of northern Israel uninhabitable since October the 7th. We've seen the attacks in Syria and Iraq endangering, killing, and wounding Americans, which ought to be enough for us to take action against Iran. And then most importantly, the attack by Iran itself. And, one aspect of that attack that has not gotten much attention, but which was reported at least by the Wall Street Journal and CBS, a really chilling fact, taking the Israeli estimate that Iran launched 120 ballistic missiles against Iran. Well, look, I think we're at risk of that constantly, and I think leaving international commerce in the Red Sea or Americans in Iraq or Syria as tethered goats is unacceptable. This is we're not talking about a potential threat here. The Houthis have attacked ships, including American warships and other allied warships, as well as commercial vessels. The threat is there. We know it's there. We periodically take out a few missiles or launch sites, but we've not done nearly what we could do to eliminate the Houthi threat.
آنچه در مورد ما میگویند